Hello, Mr. President. Hello, my son. Why do you favor comprehensive immigration reform? Because I want illegal. Sorry. I mean, illegal immigrants to come out of George W. Bush's shadows and do the jobs Americans won't do. Come out of Bush's shadows? Yes, that's his catchphrase. I would never use anything so wordy. Oh really? What would you say instead? Nothing. I would just ring a dinner bell that the Democratic Party calls voter bait. How? Refreshingly honest, I guess. I'm just kidding, I would never do something like that. I'm glad to hear that, it sounded degrading. Biden would. And if he's busy, doing God knows what, then I'll get Hillary to do it. So that's all you see in illegal immigration? The chance to pander to Hispanics for votes. No. Of course not. The Democratic Party's lust for power wouldn't be so naked. I guess you're right. It would be wearing a sombrero. Don't be ridiculous. That would never happen. That would be like me wearing a cowboy hat just because I'm in Texas. It's too silly for words. Seriously, I may be a lot of things. But I don't pander. If that's true, then what is your motivation for helping illegal immigrants skirt the law? It is an economic imperative that we normalize these illegal immigrants because they work for a lower pay and that depresses middle-class wages. I thought they were doing menial jobs Americans won't do. There is suddenly a hint of a tingle going up my leg. If the middle class doesn't do those jobs, then how is their pay affected? That tingle is getting stronger. So isn't illegal immigration really hurting poor Americans who compete for jobs they won't do? I can almost pinpoint what the tingle is. Also, how much of a favor are we doing illegal immigrants if their employers have to now increase their pay to the minimum? Either they will have to lay off workers or raise their prices to make up the difference in higher labor costs. All those increases will do is cancel out the raise the illegal immigrants get, and punish everyone else with the higher prices too. Is this the economic imperative you were talking about? Now, I remember that tingle. It is racism. How on earth is that racism? Because I cannot respond to the merits of that argument. You cannot. Or you will not? Yes. It's no wonder Americans are so cynical about this issue. What are you talking about? We built the border fence. Who is we? That was a law that passed when Republicans controlled Congress. If you recall, I voted for the fence, in spite of the Democratic Party's misgivings that the physical barrier would never work. If that were true, then I'm sure they would have no problem removing the fence around the White House, and the doors off of the entrances to their homes. Look, we cannot deport millions of people. It is just not possible. There are only a few things that the government can handle well. Racking up debt, universal health care, climate change. But not crowd control. So we might as well let them stay. All we have to do is enforce already existing labor laws and their reason for being here will evaporate. Illegal immigrants will deport themselves. Well, if that happens, then how will they vote Democrat? They won't. Then this whole thing is just a big draconian, unworkable, racist, Zionist, Tea Party, Rush Limbaugh Fox News special. Pardon my French. Why do you care so much about how people enter the country? Why don't you care enough? Immigration laws are supposed to serve the best interests of the country, not the immigrant. All people are welcome here, but for the sake of our security we have to monitor who is here and why. I know why they're here. Why? To vote for me. Oh yeah. What is in it for them? I trick them into thinking I'm doing stuff for them. And how do you trick them? Si se puede. That just sounds a lot like the Spanish version of how you fooled America. I know, right? You don't even have to press 2 to hear it. How convenient.